Well, I'm back and I'm driving it. I'm in Can Low right now at the DLC. Everything's good so far. I have the floor heat on, warming it up, and go for a little bit of a drive here and see what we can find. Some more to come if we find anything. But so far, it's good. You know, maybe cleaning all those connections fixed it, but we'll find out. All right, still everything's good. Driving it now for like, I don't know, 7, 8 miles up on the highway, heading up to the mountains a little bit, put a load on the engine. And I still have, we're still good. Instrumentation's good. CAN bus is good. Keep doing this and hopefully nothing comes back. Still driving. No instrumentation loss, still good. CAN bus is still good. Going up a little hill here. We'll continue to watch it. Well, we're continuing to drive even some more. No loss of instrumentation. CAN bus is good. I think we're good to go. I may still want to get that Stabilan 22 in there. We're kind of getting up here in the mountains now. And yeah, we're good to go so far. I'll go a little bit farther and turn this thing around. But right now everything is good to go. Well, still nothing. Instrumentation's good. CAN bus is good. I've been checking CAN high as well. Everything's good. We're watching CAN low right now. I've been tapping, moving the harness down there at the BCM. And I've been watching the scope. And everything is still solid. Like no issues at all. Like I said, I think what I'm going to do is probably still get that Stabilan 22 and, you know, perhaps put that in there too. We're even hitting some bumps on this highway, but I mean, it's not real bumpy. You can see the beautiful mountains at least. So yeah, we turn around up here. Keep watching the scope here. Well, we've driven about 20-25 miles. Everything's good to go. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this around, head back into my town where I live, make sure it's all good, and I'll just check it on the way back as well. I'm sure it's all gonna be fine though. And like I said, we cleaned the back of that board up. You know, we cleaned the connections up, all that stuff. So we'll turn around here and take it back home. Well, we're heading back into my hometown, or town where I live. Instrumentation's still good. CAN bus is still good. I've been moving the wires around, harness, all that stuff's so good. So what I'm gonna do now is we're going to start wrapping this video up. I'm going to plug the dongle in, make sure there's no comm codes. And if that's good, we'll talk a little bit more on this vehicle and then we'll go from there. Alright, so we're doing a full system scan now. Engine no fault, TCM no fault. EBCM's got one fault. We'll see what that says here. Alright, before we see what fault it is, we're finishing up scanning. Still good here. You just gotta remember, there were some codes in this vehicle when I first started too, so we've been driving it for, by the time we get home, it'll be almost an hour or so. So one in the EBCM, 2 in the airbag, and 1 in the passenger presence system, but not in the ECM, TCM, and all that. The report shows EBCM is ECU performance. It's a C code, not a U code. Don't care about that. Airbag is some impact sensors. Don't care about that. That was in there before. Passenger presence system. That was in there before as well. So, no comm issues. So I think what the issue was, honestly, was on the back of that circuit board may or may not have been that, and I call it fretting corrosion, but it's actually extra overdue solder rosin that was never cleaned off. Whoever did that solder job with the manufacturer, whoever, And that, I don't know, eventually it can cause corrosion. That, and then somebody's obviously been in there because that connection had, going into the BCM, it had dielectric grease on it. I'm not a fan of dielectric grease on the connections, especially when you're talking a CAN bus system for milliamps. You're talking small millivolts and milliamps, or volts and milliamps. People think that solves it. Oh, it doesn't. It can actually, I think it can introduce other issues into it as well. So obviously I had no issues now, moving around, everything's good. Now I may still talk to the customer, see if he wants to put that Stabilin 22 in here, just to ensure it. We're gonna wrap this up for part 4 of this video. Again, I'd like to give a shout out to Zach McLean for that Stabilin 22. Maybe I'll get some for that, for this vehicle, and put it in there. But that'll be it for this video. If there's something else that comes up, I'll let you guys know, but that's it. There's 2008 Saturn Aorta CAN bus issues.